And welcome to Story Circle Toys. It's Alan here, and it's time for my second video. And again, it's going to be a mail day. It's going to be a great mail day today. I'm already excited. You might notice I've increased my production values, and I have this lovely little black backdrop and the camera on a nice fixed arm now. So yeah, hopefully these videos will get better and better. Now I'm going to crack open this package I've actually had sitting on my sofa in my lounge for probably about a week now, just waiting for a chance for me to catch up and do this video. So this was a purchase off Trade Me, and look at this, the person has wrapped it. There's a lot of tape and a lot of paper around this, so it is going to take me a little while to actually get into this. But yeah, I'm really pleased. Again, if you're sending toys, please make sure they're well packaged. And in a second, we're going to see that not only has this person put some paper wrapping around it, they've also added the bubble wrap to it. So again, that's really appreciated. Now, as I said in my last video, I was going to show you some Godzilla this time. And here we go. As you can see from the green silhouette, it is indeed the King of Monsters. Now, Godzilla is kind of like a real casual collection for me. In fact, I only have one other little Godzilla toy in my collection. But when I saw this listed on Trade Me, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." Uh, very glad to get it. And I did kind of sit watching it for a while, for a few weeks on Trade Me, and eventually it was offered to me at a good price. So I took it up. I didn't really do any research to this figure before I purchased it. I just looked at it, and it was kind of love at first sight. Now, this figure is, well, if I'd done proper research before, I would have found out that this figure is, in fact, a bootleg Godzilla. So, a lot of the Godzilla toys in the US were made by a company called Imperial Toys. Well, maybe not a lot, but this style of figure was made by Imperial Toys, which was founded in 1969, is now out of business. But they did the style of toy. Their Godzilla was done in a 12-inch size. This is only 9 inches. And as you see there, as I look around at the foot, you'll see it just says that little stamp called Made in China. So real Imperial toy Godzillas were either made in China or Hong Kong. They had a stamp, of course, where they were done, but they also had the Imperial toy stamp on the foot as well. And as I mentioned, this is only 9 inches. The Imperial toys ones were, in fact, 12-inch toys. But this is virtually identical, even the colors. Certainly, this is closer to the Chinese version. Now, I'm just pulling up a few other kaiju. Now, I said I didn't have a big Godzilla collection. These are actually Ultraman toys. So if you know your kaiju, you probably know who these are already. Now, the pink one is Melba from Ultraman. The one with the big horn is, of course, the Black King, again from Ultraman. So they're going to sit on my little kaiju shelf. Hopefully, will get bigger. One thing also, if you're looking at, you'll notice that the tail on this Godzilla is different to the Imperial Toys version as well. So, yeah, they're going to sit very nicely, and I'm pleased to have this guy in my collection. I mean, just look at it. He just looks awesome. Right, enough of Zilla. We're on to the Star Wars section of this video now. This part of the video is actually, I suppose, going to be a review. So you'll notice this purchase came from a New Zealand company called Geek Gift. They can be found at geekgift.co.nz. Now, just to let you know, this is not a paid advertisement or a sponsored video. I suppose this whole order was a little bit, well, a review for me. So they have a system where you simply order from them, and then they order from their distributor. So they don't keep stock on hand. They like have a little timer on their website which tells you how long until their next order. So I actually pre-ordered these probably about 3 or 4 months ago. So I was really hoping that this order would turn out good, because for new toys, I really want them to be in mint condition. So as I open this box, hopefully this will be exactly what I want, some nice mint condition vintage collection toys. So as you see here, cracking it open, and first thing I'm going to do is inspect these. So this is pretty cool. These are two new vintage collection figures from the Ahsoka series. We have Baylan Skull and Shin Hate. Two Dark Jedi Sith. I've only got a couple episodes into Ahsoka, so I have to finish that off. I have been trying to finish the first season of Andor as well. Here we have is Balin Skull. He was played by Ray Stevenson, which unfortunately he passed away, I believe, before the first episode of Ahsoka actually played. Uh, I suppose a lot of people know him from Thor, but he's my favorite Punisher. Punisher Warzone is my favorite Punisher film. And yeah, he played the Punisher, the requisite character. Now, giving the card a bit of an inspection, yeah, it's a beautiful card. I really like the vintage collection cards, and obviously it pays homage to the figures I brought when I was a kid. So the card is a little bit dusty, but that's just from being in a box, obviously on a distributor shelf for a little while. This is cool. This face sculpt on the figure is absolutely beautiful. This is such a greatly sculpted figure. You got your two lightsaber options as well, and yeah, just look at that face. That really, I mean, that's amazing for such a small figure, but it's got so much detail on it. So having a look at the card, it's in beautiful condition. So that's really what I want for modern figures. I really want them to be the cards to be perfect. Older figures, that's not such an issue. But yeah, modern figures I want to keep on card. Now, I've got a case already prepared for this. This case I actually got from a local New Zealand company, Pop Guardian. Like Geek Gift, I'll put their details in the notes for this video. But as you see there, protected, sealed. I'm not going to crack this. I do love these. I just love them on the card. Call me strange. Yeah, I know some people want to let him breathe. I do not. So yeah, really pleased with that. Now on to the next figure. This is Shin Hate, played by, if I pronounce it right, Ivana Sakno. So I think this is a beautiful figure as well. I do know some people online, I've seen at least a couple of videos where people didn't like the face sculpt on it, but I think the face sculpt is pretty good. So again, the card is in mint condition, so like, so happy to have this character and for just being perfect. I suppose the only thing with a face sculpt is maybe around the eyes could be a little bit darker, and the little braid she has in her hair doesn't quite come out properly on the figure. It doesn't look like a proper braid, so that's probably the only disappointment. But I mean, you've got the two different lightsabers, ignited and not ignited. So again, yeah, I really love this figure. It's going to take pride in place of my vintage collection toys on the shelf. So yeah, let's get this one put away. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I'm really pleased to have these toys. So, as I said, both Geek Gift really came through. So hopefully I'll order some stuff from them again. I'll put the link in the notes. And look at that. So yeah, really pleased with how that came out. So yeah, really appreciate you watching this video as I unpack some figures. Here we go. Here's the Triumvirate, Zilla and 2 Jedi. Look, really appreciate if you drop me, if you can't, drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, drop me a comment on here. I'm really hoping I can continue with these videos and hopefully really increase the production values on these. You might notice the lighting is a little bit harsh on this, but I'll get there. Um, all those toy vloggers, toy hunters online make it look really easy to do these videos, but look, it really, it really isn't. But really appreciate you watching. This is Story Circles. We'll catch you on my next video, which will be a bit of a toy hunt. All right, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.